Hello, everyone. This is Kevin from Huidu Technology in Shenzhen, China. Welcome to join our Huidu online technical training session. Today, this is the second course of HDCE series. Today, the topic is how to choose LED display controllers. I will explain details of our Huidu full products and teach you how to choose suitable controllers. And before starting training session, in order to provide a good training environment for you, I sincerely suggest you first, please keep your audience on mute mode during the whole session. Second, please feel free to leave your questions and response that are related to today's topic on the message zone. We will reply you in QA session. If you have any other questions that not about today's contents, please feel free to contact us at email. Thank you. For HDCE series training, we have about 8 courses. And after finish all live training courses in time, there will be HDCE exam test, and you can get e-certificates once you qualify the final exam. Okay, let's start. Today you will learn about Huidu full color series and single color series LED controller advantages. And finally, you will learn how to choose Huidu controllers. Okay. Our Huidu products series have 5 parts in hardware. And there are single color, dual color series, or synchronous full color series, synchronous series, and video processor, and also have a LCD digital signage motherboard. And each series, they have many models. You can see single and dual color series, it has W series, WF series, and U series, E series. And a synchronous full color controller have dual mode series, A series, CDR series. And synchronous have sending card, sending box, and video processors, VP series. We have 2-in-1, 3-in-1, and splicing series. And for LCD series, we have A40i and RK series motherboard. Okay, let me give you details explanation one by one. And the first products is our Huidu dual mode LED display player box. And this is dual mode series A4, A5, and A6. They are 4-in-1. They are 4-in-1 controller. It supports synchronous, asynchronous, UDisc, and VP processor functions. They mainly have about 4 advantages. Let me give you details explanation one by one. Advantage 1, A6, A5, A4, they can play HDMI input source directly from PC. So don't need add extra traditional video processor. You just connect with PC by HDMI cable, then the LED display will show automatically. More easy and can help you save the cost. Advantage 2, you can see A6, A5, A4. They can play both synchronous and asynchronous modes at the same time in one screen. Means they can play live video from HDMI inputs, and meanwhile they also can play offline advertising contents from their built-in 8 GB memory storage. You can see this working diagram of dual mode series controller. That's to say, if one LED screen in a bar, they can play football live broadcast. At the same time, they can play stored advertising contents such as new drinks in the bar. See, you can see And advantage 3, A6, A5, A4, they are equipped with Wi-Fi. So it can easily control your LED screen on mobile app. It's very easily. You can send videos, images, text, and other contents. Don't need to carry a heavy PC or laptop. Just one mobile phone is enough. And in the future course, I will teach you how to use our LEDArt. Okay, it supports smart setting. It can support any contents. And advantage 4, A6, A5, A4. They also support web-based internet cloud platform for remote management. So you just connect them to the internet, and then you can manage LED screen on PC or mobile app remotely. That's to say, even you are at office, you also can change the contents of the screen via internet anywhere and anytime. This is very simple and convenient, can help you save a lot of time and labor costs. This solution is cloud remote solution, remote control solution. In the future course, I will teach you details about it. Okay, today let's continue. And then another advantage 5. This is you can see the working diagram. This is USB function, USB ports function. A6, A5, A4, they can play your disk directly. When you just put the video file into your disk and connect to the player. Then LED display will play it automatically. Plug and play. It's very easy for any user. And they are widely used. They are widely used in the projects such as wedding scenes LED video wall, the shopping mall activity billboards, and outdoor square large billboard, and so on. So it is best for project. Okay, and the second series product is our C series. The C series have 4 models: C16, C16C, and C36, and C36C. They are used for small and medium-sized LED display, and they are asynchronous controller, They have about 3 advantages. The one is they come with Wi-Fi, support mobile app. The second one is they support ultra-long loading capacity. And the third one is they support internet remote management, means they support cloud and best for LED post screen. Let me introduce for you one by one. Advantage 1 of C series. They also equipped with Wi-Fi directly, so don't need to add extra Wi-Fi module. And meanwhile, 4G is optional to add. So you can control it by mobile app directly. And the advantage 2. See, you can see you can check this video. The very long screen. So the C series, C16, C36, they can work for ultra long LED screen when working with receiving cards. Okay, this is advantage 2. And advantage 3, C series, they also support web-based internet cloud platform for remote management. The method is also you just connect them with internet to the internet, then you can manage them on PC or mobile app. In the future, I will teach you how to use cloud platform. Okay. And C series, they are widely used in projects such as LED post screen, LED poster, and showcase billboard and community billboard. And also they apply to the ultra long banner screen. And here show you one typical application case. You can see this video. In one street, there are many LED pole screens. They're all equipped with the C16C controller, and can make all LED pole screen play the same content at the same time. This project, this solution, we will give you training in the future in the future course. Okay. And next, let's continue. Next part is our D series, D16 and D36. They are also asynchronous controller for signboard. They also have about 3 advantages. First one, they come with Wi-Fi, support mobile app management, so no need wiring and cost saving. The second one, they support video, HD video. Yeah, I also support text, photos. They can play them more smoothly, best for small display. And they also support internet cloud remote management. Means at the same time, it also can add 4G module, but 4G is optional. Okay, for remote solution. D16 and D36, they are widely used best for LED round signboard, LED taxi top signboard, and LED bus tail signboard, and LED banner signboard, and so on. You can check. You can see the photo. I made a conclusion, comparison, and selection table of each model in a synchronous series. Just now we learned A series like A6, A5, A4, and C series, C36, and so C16, and D series. They are all asynchronous series controller. Okay, so I made here. I made a main comparison and selection table of each models. This table is very important because it is for quick check and easy for you when you want to choose 4-color controller for your project. Means when you learn how to choose controller, you need to read and check this table list. So please keep it. Just now we learned 3 series asynchronous controller. Most difference of them is the loading capacity. You can see the loading capacity is different, and they all have Wi-Fi, USB, and 4G optional, and all support clouds. And A series and C series and B6, they can work with receiving cards. And meanwhile, C series like C36, C16, they are sender. Meanwhile, they also can work with receiving card, and the C series also can work as one receiving cards. There's a difference. Okay. Just now we talked about asynchronous series controller. Now let's continue synchronous series controller. T series. They have 3 models: T901B, T902x1, T902x2. They are sending card and sending box. View the photo, you can easy to find the difference of them. T901 is just a board, and the T901B, T902x1, and T902x2. They have mental case. They have mental case. So T901B and T902x1, T902x2, the mental case version, they equipped with AC power supply 100 110 to 240 voltage power supply. This is the difference, and the other difference is their loading capacity and gigabit Ethernet outputs. So how does they work? How does Synchronous Controller Series work? You can see this is connection diagram. See the photo. You can find Synchronous controller. They need work with video processor, and also they need to work with receiving cards. The video processor is necessary for synchronous sending card and sending box. You can see the picture. They are also widely used in many occasions which need to play live stream, such as airport flight information screen, hotel banquet hall live event screen, video conference room screen, and monitoring hall screen, stage performance big screen, football live screen in bar, and so on. You can see the photo. This is the application. And I also made a conclusion for comparison and selection. You can see the table of each model, each synchronous series models. The most different is T901B, T901, T902 by 1, T902 by 2. These three models, they have mental case, they have error mental case, and supports AC power supply. And the other main difference is gigabit Ethernet output quantity. And also they need to work with video processor. For video processor, there is no brand limited. Means you can let them work with other brand video processor, no problem. Okay, after we learned T series sending card, sending box, now let's learn some receiving cards. Huidu receiving cards is universal. Huidu receiving cards is universal for asynchronous and synchronous controller. There are R series, have about 6 models. There are R512, TOS, they are same card, same function, and R516T, and R320, and R508T, and the R500, and the last one is R5S. With the photo, you can easily find the difference of them is the hub ports numbers, hub port quantity. Okay, and I also made a conclusion tables for comparison and selection. You can easily find the main difference is their hub ports outputs, hub port outputs. R512, R500, it has 15 pins, 2 group 15 pins, and R508, it has 8 group half 75, and R512T, it has 12 group half 75E ports, and R516, it has 16 group half 75E, and R320, it has 8 group hub 320. This hub is special for fine pitch LED screen. And the last one is R5S. This one is our Huidu mini receiving cards designed for LED transparent screen and fine pitch screen. It is very small. It is equipped with 120 pins to 120 pins. You can see the photo. The last one, R5S. It's very small, mini receiving cards. Okay. After we learn receiving cards, senders, now let's learn some VP series. 3-in-1 synchronous video processor means 3-in-1 means it combined senders, video processors, and the UDX function. So we call it 3-in-1. They don't need extra sending cards and also don't need extra video processor. You can see it has two modems, VP210 and VP410. The advantage of them is they can support Wi-Fi management, mobile app, so you can switch program by mobile app, and they also support UDX directly. And next is our 2-in-1 synchronous video processor. 2-in-1 means it combines function of senders and video processor. This VP series have two models also, VP620 and VP820. There you can see the photo. The difference and the advantages is that their loading capacity, and they all support Wi-Fi. And the advantage is they support 4K input source, and they support dual window display. Okay, and next you can see VP630 and VP830. These two models, the difference from the previous models is that these two models support three windows display, and they also support 4K input source. And meanwhile, they also support SDI inputs. Okay, and next 2-in-1 synchronous video processor is our VP1240 and VP1640. These two models' advantage is that they support 4 windows display, PIP, POP, and they also support Wi-Fi and 4K input source. And their loading capacity is ultra large. It's very big, so they can support ultra large LED display. Okay, just now we talked about the most is Wi-Fi. Yes, you know, for Huidu Synchronous series controller, our advantage is Wi-Fi. Yes, Synchronous controller also support Wi-Fi, but this kind of Wi-Fi function is not like function of asynchronous controller. A difference. This function, this Wi-Fi function means you can do switch. You can do switching input source by Wi-Fi. You can do one click. See, you can do switch video input source wireless by Wi-Fi mobile app, and you can do one click screen off, screen on. You can do image frozen, pause and play, and you can do dual windows fade in and fade out, and also each input source can be easily flexible layout by using mobile app LEDArt. Okay. We talked so much about Wi-Fi, but we still don't know how does it work. So let's watch a demo video. Switch input source. One click, black and on, frozen, and switch input source, and flexible layout. Yeah, you can see this is our advantage of our synchronous control system. The mobile app name is LEDArt. same app as our other controller mobile app. Okay, for our VP series, I also made a comparison and selection tables. You can easily find the most difference is their loading capacity and their gigabits Ethernet output numbers from 2 outputs to 16 outputs. Okay, and another difference is the windows of display from 1 to 4 windows. Okay, we learned so many series controllers such as synchronous and asynchronous, receiving cards, and VP series. I made all conclusion, comparison table, and selection table. These tables, this selection list are very important. So please keep them and check them often, because when you choose controller, they are very useful for you for quick check. Now it's time to learn how to choose Huidu controller for your full color LED display projects. But before learning it, we should learn some working principles for full color series controller. Okay. The first one is for full color LED display. We need to choose main card and the receiving cards sometimes. So when we choose the main card means sender. Okay, the following 3 conditions must be met at the same time. Number one is LED display white pixels must be less than or equal to main card's widest loading pixels. Number two is LED display high pixels must be less than or equal to main card widest loading pixels. And number 3 is loading pixels of each gigabit Ethernet output ports. It must be less than 650,000 pixels. Number 4 is LED display total resolution. A total resolution means white pixel by high pixels. It must be less than main card loading capacity. Okay. And after we learned the sending cards working principles, we also need to learn some receiving cards working principle. For most full color LED display, we need to add receiving cards. So when we calculate the number of receiving cards required, the following conditions are recommended to meet. That is, when using for indoor display, the loading white pixels of receiving cards should be less than or equal to 128 pixels. And when using for outdoor display, the loading white pixels of receiving card should be less than or equal to 256 pixels. So about how to choose Huidu controller for the full color display, let's try to do a test question together, okay? There is a billboard LED display for offline advertising. A then board with common P3 full color modules. And the module is half 75E ports tab and 16:4 height by 16:4 wide pixels. This is module information. And the display resolution is 512 by 384 high pixels. So which controller model should be used for this LED display? First, we need to choose main card, the main card. You know, LED display total resolution is 512 in wide by 384 in high. So the total resolution is 196,608 pixels totally. So this resolution you can easily find. After you check controller selection list. The selection list just now I have shared with you the conclusion, comparison, and the selection list. You check that list, then you can easily search for the one which pixel loading capacity is near and more than this LED display total pixels. So so we can easily find C36C card. The loading capacity is 524,288 pixels. It is most suitable because you can see it is more than LED display pixels. You can see. So for the main card, we should choose C36C. And after we confirmed the main card, then we need to choose receiving card and calculate the numbers of it. See, you can check the LED display high resolution is 384 pixels. So we calculate the rows. How to calculate the rows? You just let the high pixels of LED display. It is 384 by 384 divide by module high. Module high is 64. So 384 divided by 64. It is equal to 6 rows. It is equal to 6 rows. So after we check, so we need to check the selection list of receiving cards. After we check receiving card selection list, we can easily find R508 card has 8 hub 75 ports. So we choose R508, one piece in high. And for width, when for indoor use, we recommend loading capacity. We recommend loading 128 pixels each receiving cards. As just now we have learned the working principle. Okay, for indoor we recommend loading 128 pixels for each receiving card. So we can calculate the display wide 512 pixels divided by 128 pixels. It is equal to 4. So the LED screen wide pixels need to be divided into 4 columns. That means it needs 4 receiving cards R508 because main card C36C. It also can work as one receiving card. Just now we have talked. It also can work with one receiving card. So finally, we need 3 receiving cards R508 and 1 piece main card C36C. Do you get it? Do you get it? Okay, someone may be saying a little difficult. Don't worry, you can try more times after training. Okay, let's continue. Besides full color synchronous controller, VP series, synchronous series, all Huidu company also have single color controller, single color series controller, such as our Wi-Fi series, W series. The W series have about 10 models. There are W00, W02, W03, W04, W60, W6B, W62, W63, and W64, and W66. You can check their difference is their loading capacity and the hub ports. And we also have single color U series, E series means Ethernet port, and the WF series. WF series means Wi-Fi and the full color text series controller. You can see they'll have many models. They have many models. Later you can check the video. You can check the record and the product details from our website. Okay. For these models, I also made a total main comparison and the selection tables of each models, including W series, WF series, U series, and E series. This table is very important, so had better keep it. This list is for quick check and easy for you when you want to choose single color controllers, single color series controllers for your project. Okay. So now let's learn how to choose Huidu controllers for your single color display. So when we choose and finalized one single color controller, we must get to know three things. The first one is row number of your LED, of your single color LED display with half tabs, and the second one is total resolution of your LED display, and the last one is control method you required. Okay, let's check how to choose Huidu controller for the single color display. Also, let's also try to do a test question together. Okay. There is a LED banner signboard with common P10 monochrome module. The module information is it is half 12 per tab and 16 high by 32 wide pixels, and the display resolution is 896 wide by 664 high pixels. So which controller model should be used? This is for single color. Okay. So first we need to know LED display raw quantity. Okay. The raw number of LED display is equal to LED display wide resolution divided LED module high resolution. So that means this LED display high pixel 64 divide module high resolution 16, it is equal to 4. It is equal to 4. So the LED display has 4 rows. As controller working principle, 1 row per half port connection of controller. So it needs 1 controller with 4 half-12 ports. Okay. So now we need to check the comparison and selection list of single color controllers. We can easily find. You can easily find that we should choose W62, U62, or E62 because they have 4 half-12 ports at least. Do you understand? Okay, you can check the this selection table list comparison list. You can see W62 and the U62 and the E62. They have 4 half-12. They have 4 group half-12. Means one half port can connect 1 row. So just now the test, this display have 4 rows, so it need to have 4 ports, half ports. So we choose we should choose in these 3 models. And the second, we need to know the total resolution. The total resolution of LED display. You can easily find this LED display total resolution is 896 by 64. It is equal to 57,344 pixels. And the working principle is the controller loading capacity must be less than LED display resolution. We can easily find, after we check the table list, we can easily find this controller loading capacity. W62 and the E62 are 65,536 pixels. They are more than the LED display resolution. And only U62 is 49,152 pixels. It is less than the LED display resolution. So finally, we should choose W62 or E62. If you want Wi-Fi, then choose W62. If you want LAN ports, the Ethernet port controller, then choose E62. Okay, do you understand? You get it? You get it? Okay, you can try more times after training. Okay, don't worry. And of course, if you think it is too hard to learn, for this problem, our Huidu company also designed a selection tool in our mobile app, LEDArt. You can see the photo. Our LEDArt have selection tools. It is very easily and useful to help you to choose suitable controllers. Okay. In the future training course, we will teach you details about how to use our mobile app LEDArt. Don't worry. Okay, just now we have learned C series, A series, and VP series, synchronous, asynchronous controller, and we learned how to choose the models for the project. But for some clients, who is doing wholesale business, then how to choose Huidu controller for their business? There is a wholesale model list of Huidu controller. This data is based on the sales data of the most wholesale models in the past. Here I also share this recommendation stock list with you. So if you, when you want to do wholesale business, maybe it is useful for you. Okay, you can keep this. You can keep this list, this table list. Okay, today's training is over. For HDCE technical training series, we still have many courses. Here is the scheduled live training list. Welcome, keep learning. Okay, the next topic is how to operate HD player and HDCE software. And HDCE software. Okay. Thanks for joining us. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. And for this time and the last time training course, we will upload them to our YouTube channel or Facebook. Okay, welcome, subscribe us. Thank you for your time to watching. Bye bye. Bye bye. See you next time. Bye bye.